I'm seeing the state of the world lately. Things unfolding that I can barely believe. That the people can treat each other this way. Sometimes it's more than I can take. And I don't know where it's all going to now.
This is Dean Vaughn from the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast Show. And we have a special guest tonight. And they are actually in Modesto, California. And this Jeremy is going to bring in his former bandmate tonight. And it's a guitar player that he has. Let me see if I can bring him in right now. Hang on a second. Let's see. I got them kind of on standby. There they are. There they are. They've been waiting in the green room patiently to join the show. We have Dan and we have Jeremy. How you guys doing tonight?
What's up?
I'm so glad you guys can make it.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I want to welcome you to the show. Absolutely, for sure.
Awesome. Woo! Excellent.
Everyone grab your drinks. Grab your drinks. So we have the infamous Jeremy Penick, who has done a lot in the music business, and he was signed by Geffen Records, and then now he's an independent artist doing what we all do, and he brought in his former guitar player, songwriter, bandmate, and brother, all right,
friend from another mother.
And I have a whole bunch of songs to play tonight. There's a brand new song that Jeremy just wrote like the last couple days. And so I'm going to play that tonight. And so we're kind of getting like a premiere debut song. And I won't say the name yet because it's brand new. You probably never heard it. And I got a slew of other songs and videos and all kinds of things. So welcome to the show, guys. And tell me, how was your day? I'm going to start with Jeremy.
My day.
How was your day today? And let's start off there.
I cleaned a bunch of pools, so.
You're a pool man.
Yeah, I'm a pool guy. I
Nice.
clean the residential pools, and I used to do commercial, but I don't have those anymore. I used to do like all the Motel 6s. Oh my God, the stories. I remember. Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
He's local in it. He owns his own company, so don't play that, bud.
But yeah, I'm a sole. What do you call that? Owner and operator. Yeah, nobody works for me, just me. But that's the way I like it. I don't like bosses too much.
It's nice to own your own company.
Yeah.
Let me real quick before we get started, let me check the feed real quick to make sure we are live. And if anybody's out there, let's see here. Hang on a second. Click on. Boom, boom, boom. Let me see here. I know that we should be live right now, so if anybody can.
I can check.
Yeah, we should be on Facebook, and we'll be on, I believe, Twitch TV.
Jamie Cox and Bob Still are watching with us. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, we should be on Facebook, and we'll be on, I believe, Twitch TV.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it. There's a lot of delay. On our side.
Yeah.
But for those of you out there watching tonight, we are going to be taking some call-ins, and I have the phone numbers all set up with the secret code, so you can call into the show and speak with Jeremy tonight and Dan. And so let's get an introduction on Dan real quick so everybody knows who we're talking to. Let's bring him in real quick. Dan.
The big vitamin D.
Vitamin D's. What's up, Dan?
Everyone needs vitamin D, right? So Jeremy and I go way back, probably, I don't know, 20 plus years.
You've known him a little bit?
Early 90s. Early 90s, we played together in a band called Gnostic Mass. But we first met each other because I was playing with a band called Ripping Corpse.
Ripping Corpse?
Yeah.
And my
he
band was
pla-
called Hatred, so
that's
a
right.
match made in heaven, or the
Yeah,
opposite.
and you know what? I remember it had something to do with our equipment. It was
Oh yeah.
we had an ADA. That's what it was. You had an ADA and I had an ADA.
Yeah, we were guitar gear nerds, and then rest is history. We've been friends forever, and it was cool. I moved to LA. In late mid '90s, and Jeremy had his own project up north, and then his band ended up coming down to LA, and they played a show, and I was blown away. I was like, man, I didn't know Jeremy could actually sing.
He's actually pretty good.
And blew me away. And right then, like that was kind of the time when kind of the early new metal kind of movement was happening. Korn and
and
all those bands. And
well, you guys are pretty young. You guys are pretty young, right? I'm guessing.
Compared to what?
Compared to me, I'm a dinosaur. I was in the '80s, so my first record was 1979. I'm a rock and roll lead singer.
We're a little younger, not too young, but So I convinced his band to come move to LA. I said, you guys have a really good chance of getting signed right now, and it they made it happen. Jeremy is one of the most driven guys I know. He has music in his blood. He's probably one of the best male singers I've ever met, and
he's got a very commercial voice. You can hear him just about on anything that is commercially available.
Shoot,
he's got a great
I'm
voice.
I'm open.
Well, there's we got rock and roll, heavy metal, pop, and hip hop, rap, and all that.
Yeah.
But when you have a commercial voice, that just means you know how to get around the melody line. You hit it when you need to hit it, and you sing when you need to sing, and you have dynamics. And I'm a singer. That's why I know a lot about singing. Yep. And I'm more of a hard rock singer. I like to scream a lot. But your voice, when I was listening to it today, I was listening to the song I did for the commercial, which was The Truth.
Yeah.
And it's so... It's just so commercial,
Little Queen,
a little bit of Queen in there. I just now caught the backups. Yeah. It's just I've been playing the crap out of that song, so people are probably getting tired of it. And I've got about 15 songs lined up, and I remember Curtain Call Records told me, this guy's got a ton of material. I'm only going to send you this, and that. So tonight we are going to play some of your songs, the videos, and all that stuff. But I want to hear more. I want to hear the introduction from you. How did you get started in music? And take me all the way back. Growing up with your parents, were they supportive? And did you just tell me the first thing you did? And I'm going all the way back to marching band, high school, whatever. Just tell me how it all started and how'd you get where you are today?
You know what, I would say that I was a kid that was in, my mom and my stepdad, they were very consumed, and so and a lot of times we didn't have TV, so I don't know if the TV was taken away or we just didn't have it, but we didn't have it for years. So it was the music, and I remember just in the back of the car hearing like the Eagles, Supertramp.
There you go.
Blackwater, Doobie Brothers, Chicago, Queen. All that stuff it just blew my mind as a kid.
Yeah.
And I would say that the moment that it felt like a spirit came over me was, because I live, in the country, so there was we were on a big lot, and my neighbors were next door, and two older guys, but one of them was in high school guitar.
Okay.
And so he came over, and we sat on these pallets out in the back of the field, and I listened to him play "Time in a Bottle" by Jim Croce, and I got body chills. As like, I don't know, it was like I was like 11 years old or 12, I don't know, and it was just at that moment I knew that I had to play guitar, and so I think it was like when 7th grade I was all in, So,
and you play guitar as well.
Yeah, I mean that's my main instrument.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Do you play mostly acoustic guitar? Do you like to play the electric and shred? Are you a shredder?
Well, you'll hear the lead in the new song. I wrote a lead the first time in years on this new song.
Okay.
Jeremy Shred.
That was the Bunny song, right? What was it called?
Yeah, Bunny and Jelly.
Now, does anybody know that song, or am I the only one?
You're the only one. Well, yeah, I said it to him. Dan heard it.
I know it.
So me and Dan are the only ones that have heard it?
Yep, that's it. I just kind of wrapped it. Well, I put the right bass on it yesterday. So because I had a different chorus, and it wasn't working with so I had to change the chorus, but I still had the bass on from the old chorus, and it was working a little bit, but I was like, all right, I can't share it until I get the right bass on there.
Well, let's talk about your early stuff. I would like to know, okay, what was your first recording, your first song that you actually put out there, and how old were you when you started?
In recording?
Well, when you started playing
gigs,
seriously, professionally, like recording and doing gigs and stuff.
Well, I mean, I got kicked out of a metal band called The Outcast when I was a teenager. Wasn't good enough, but and
were you the singer? Were you the singer?
No, I was a guitar player.
Okay, you were the guitar.
Yeah, I was a guitar player in all the bands, and it was, I think, I was 20 years old, but my license said I was 21. They messed up at the DMV, so I was able to play the clubs. So
are you sure you did? You sure you didn't doctor up that
no, it was
driver's license?
They completely messed up. That ended up kicking me in the ass later on in life. But
so you were really? It said you were a year older.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I remember seeing this band, local band called Fathom, with some two local legends from out here in Modesto that are actually, well, all the bandmates are just amazing. And it just blew my mind. So I knew that I had to join a band and I had to get out there. So I joined that band, Ripping Corpse, with some good buddies. I still, I talk to some of these guys, and message through Facebook, which is cool. And just all amazing people. And just started from there. And then what was it like? We did Carcinogen. Was it Carcinogen? No, it was Gnostic Mass, wasn't it? Gnostic Mass after that. And then I that's when I hooked up with Dan, and me and my roommate at the time. We would go every weekend to Sacramento, where Dan was from, and we would practice with him in the band we called Gnostic Mass. And we had this badass singer, James. I can't remember, was it James something? We had a lot of James. We had a lot of James.
Good name for a band, Gnostic Mass.
Yeah.
Dan, you've been with him a long time.
Yeah.
That was probably 93, 94?
Something like that.
Is that 30 years? Damn.
Oh, shush.
Wait. That's 30 years. Holy shit.
I
met his daughter when they were 5 years old.
Would you consider you guys best friends?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
And
we've been friends for so long, and obviously, when people get older, you kind of don't see each other as often. But lately we've been like really connecting, and I wish that we could, hang out every day. But
yeah.
Well, how far is the drive if you want to?
Hours.
A couple hours. You're in Sacramento. Are you in
Sacramento? Arizona, so it probably takes,
okay.
8 hours.
Is it 8 hours?
Yeah, probably a while.
You're kind of in my backyard. Arizona's just about an hour away from me.
You're in Vegas, Dean?
I'm in Henderson. I'm right there.
Yeah.
Right by Boulder. But Las Vegas, man, that's the capital of the entertainment capital of the world. I'm within 15 minutes. I'm down at Vamps and I'm down at the Heavy Metal Rock Club.
I was just there last weekend, and I'm going back next weekend.
Are you really? Really? You coming
I
out?
have Raiders season tickets, though.
You lucky dog. Fucking Raiders, man. What happened to them last week, man, or the other day?
I don't want to talk
Jesus.
about it. Let's go
My
back
Rams.
to
My Rams won. My Rams won. Yeah. My Los Angeles Rams. I grew up with the Rams when I was a kid.
My stepdad is a huge. It's the only tattoo he has is Rams.
He used to have that little. It was like a 49ers flag that you had to rub your feet on before you go into the house or before his room.
I know what you mean. My dad was a 49ers fan. And before he passed, he had memorabilia up. Just the whole house was 49ers. Yeah. And I had a big sale because, I'm just not a 49er fan. But I do like the Sanders. I like all the football teams, but I just grew up with the Rams, and I like to watch football. And I like the Raiders. I'm here in Vegas. I want to see the Raiders win, and everybody wants to see the Raiders win.
They moved to Vegas, didn't they?
Yes, they did. They're out here now.
Because I used to do the pool for their photographer, and he was moving to Vegas because they were moving too.
But enough about football. Yeah. Let's get back to. So fast forward me. Come out of high school, and you got signed to Geffen Records. And I have some notes on you, but I don't really have your entire bio in front of me. So I'm going to really rely on you tonight to tell me, the steps that you went through and the successes that you had and your highlights of your career. When you got signed to Geffen, and what was that like, and what did you do during that time?
You know what? I would say for me, I thought, because I had put so much hard work into this, I mean, my life, sacrificed everything, and I thought finally, it's all paying off. You know what I mean? It's gonna work. It's gonna work out. All these chances, that I took, and that was just me, and I was glad that I had my friends with me. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's priceless. When you got your friends and you're able to take them on something that you not many people get to do. And we were on our way, but
I feel like Jeremy's determination really was like the key point of what got us the record deal. He was the one that was giving up the most, and he came down. He had twin daughters that he left behind and to pursue music.
Wow.
So he moved to LA, and we did our thing, and we made friends with everyone. That was kind of our thing, is like everyone in the scene we made friends with, and it was a real community, and everyone supported each other, which is kind of weird now. You don't see it as often as much. There's not like a scene really, and that was, eventually one of our friends saw us play, and he was like, oh man, and then he started pushing us, and next thing you know, we're selling out shows, and we're playing.
Danzig wants to sell us or sign us. Danzig was the first, wasn't he?
Yeah, Glenn.
Well, Dan, were you with Jeremy when he was with Geffen Records?
Yeah. Depswa was Depswa. Yeah, okay. When he moved to, I convinced her band Carcinogen to move to LA.
Okay. Gotcha.
And then we changed the name.
They asked me, they said, hey, if we moved to LA, will you play with us? And I said, fuck yeah, let's go. So that was kind of that was kind of it. And then from there on, it's kind of steamrolled. I think they moved out in 98 or 99. And by 2001, we're signing our record deal, So,
that's pretty cool. What was the first song you two wrote together? And do I have it on my playlist tonight?
I think Faithless was the one that kind of like, it was the crossover from being like, we used to be very heavy, and I think the crossover was Faithless, which didn't even make the first album, which is
okay.
Weird, but
yeah.
It was heavy.
Now, are you involved with writing with Jeremy today, Dan? Are you still writing?
Not now, but I hope to be. We're kind of He's sending
We've been
stuff
talking.
to me.
I sent some files and stuff, but it just hasn't clicked yet. So you never know. All I do is I just.
Jeremy's too fast, man. I was working on shit, but he's.
In this world of technology today, we can work on things remotely.
Oh, it's crazy. I have some stuff. I'm gonna send Jeremy some stuff.
We could even jam.
He already finished it.
It's not Bunny and Jelly, is it?
No.
I started playing some. I started messing around with it.
Yeah.
Hey, do you mind if I want to listen to that song? You just
listen to it. It's amazing. I definitely can't do a better guitar solo, so don't worry about that.
I just want to hear a little bit of Jeremy's guitar playing.
I see you dancing there
you go.
the shadows under the neon stars. And there's nothing I won't do for that little taste of honey, a touch of heaven just to be where you are. Pretty hot with a broken halo, like a loaded gun, coming out to aim right for you. There's no way to resist the fire within you. And though I might be burning here alive, just a matter of time.
Of course.
We could be everything like honey and jelly. We could be a modern day rock star, Bonnie and Clyde. All you need to do is come and hold your body against me. Then you see that I am pretty on the inside. I'm prettier There's no denying there's some natural chemistry when you get close to me. And I don't know what to do, 'cause I'm caught within the moment, as every daydream always leads to you. Pretty hot with a broken halo, like a loaded gun, coming out to aim right for you. There's no way to resist the fire within you. And though I might be burning here alive, just a matter of time. We could be everything like honey and jelly. We could be a modern day rock star, Bonnie and Clyde. All you need to do is come and hold your body against me. Then you see that I am pretty on the inside. All you need to do is come and hold your body against me, and we can redefine the meaning of what true love can be. No, together there is nothing in this world that could stop us. All you need to do is come and hold your body to mine.
Nice. Got some chops going on.
I used to take Jeremy to parties and make him do like shit so that we can pick up on shit.
We could be a modern day rock star, Bonnie and Clyde. All you need to do is come and hold your body against me. Then you see that I am pretty on the inside. All you need to do is come and hold your body against me, and we can redefine the meaning of what true love can be. No, together there is nothing in this world that could stop us. All you need to do is come and hold your body to mine.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
That sounded pretty good.
You know what that was, Jeremy? You know what that was?
What's that?
It was Bad to the Bone.
Bad to the
Yeah.
bone. Bad.
Hopefully it'll sell this thing.
Bad to the Bone.
Wouldn't that be cool?
That song kicks some ass, bro.
Yeah.
Now,
We'll see.
so you're more than a singer song. You're a guitar player.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a guitar player first, but realized he can sing better than anyone else.
Oh, okay. You're kind of like, okay.
It's crazy.
You're kind of like that Def Leppard story. You guys know the Def Leppard story?
No.
You know, the singer for Def Leppard auditioned as a guitar player.
Oh, dang.
And he sat on the couch and he started playing guitar and he started singing. And the guys go, "What? You're the new singer for Def Leppard."
Holy crap.
Man, I loved their first couple albums were so cool. They got a little I don't know, commercial for me. Like they lost me after High and Dry, I think. Pyromania and High and Dry were the best.
Oh yeah, so good.
Pyromania, High and Dry, just Def Leppard, they were one of the youngest rock bands in the history of rock and roll or heavy metal. What were they, like 15, 16 when they got signed? I have a list of songs on my cue sheet here, and I just want to know your favorite song. And I know you're going to like the new one. I got Carry On. I got The Truth, Heartbreaker, Ecstasy, Symphony of Ecstasy, Bunny and Jelly, Grain of Sand.
Wow. They sent you some demos.
Stepping Out of the Shadows.
Yeah.
Is there any of those that just like you're like, yeah? I'm looking for something cruising I could play while we're talking.
Did they send you Demons?
They did send me. Where did Demons go? I just saw. There it is. Demons. It's right there. Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
This is off my new EP.
It's off the new EP. Okay. What kind of guitar are you playing right there?
Innocence is lost to the lie the walls are covered.
Nice.
Meant to hide the truth of how you feel.
Let's play it.
Another, and I could see reflections of a fire in your eyes that you claim were just illusions that I need in my mind. Now, broken in the will to stay that I try to hide.
Nice.
Leaving behind now, refusing to neglect the self as I wave goodbye. And I don't have to fight with your demons no more. And I don't need to know what your battles were for. And I found all the pieces you broke in my heart. And I'm feeling myself once again. And I never believed all the stories you told, and the reasons you kept all the secrets you hold. The damage is done.
Tell me a little bit about that song, Demons.
That song,
How long ago did you write that? And is Dan involved?
No, that one's off the new EP I just released in March. The Carry On EP with Carry On, Holy Spirit, Stepping Out of the Shadows, Demons, and then there's two more. And then I released two other songs the next month and after that.
Okay.
But I wrote those in the last year. So I wrote those and recorded all those, and then The Truth actually came right after recording and releasing those songs. And so that was kind of a release, and there was just, for me, it was like, damn, there is so much bullshit in the world right now. It's like, we need truth. You know what I mean? Because there's none of it. Like, you look on, it's baffling at how people are playing into the games,
the politics is ridiculous right now.
Oh man,
the lies that are being spewed all over the internet and the television screen is unbelievable. And the fact that we don't even really have a president right now, we don't even know where he's at, what he's doing. And I don't want to get into politics, but it is freaking ridiculous what's going on with our country right now. And
it's very worrying.
Yeah, it is worrying. And, well, you kind of pushed a button there, but
Yeah.
you don't get me started because
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
I think we're all feeling the similar way then.
The world needs a fix right now, man. And,
Needs the truth.
And it's not who. And I'll tell you, things have got to get better. Our grocery prices have to come down. We can't afford to feed we cook for our dog. we cook chicken and vegetables for our dog. He eats better than I do.
There's a bowl looking through your back window, Jeremy.
Huh? The what?
There's a bowl looking through your window.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, Jeremy, tell me some of the highlights in your career. Now, okay, so I went back. You kind of touched on Geffen Records and all that stuff. Yeah. Give me some highlights.
So,
who have you played with? What have you done? Give me some exciting times in your career.
Even before we were signed, Cory from Slipknot.
Yeah, I met him once.
Yeah, so he came to our jam house, which was the place where I live, and he jammed with us, and he jammed that song "Faithless" with us. And then after that, he wanted to sign us. He goes, "I want you guys to be my first band on the label." And
did he have his own record company, Slipknot?
Well, we were doing the first.
Okay.
They're doing a subsidiary on, I think, London Sire or something like that.
Okay.
I always wonder what the record would have turned out like if we would have signed with it. It'd have been a lot heavier, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because we had some heavy songs that just didn't make the record. Because Geffen, our manager, more or less convinced us to go with Geffen because, they got money and blah, 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 because they're like the biggest label. And so it kind of, I don't know if it ruined our relationship with him, but it probably didn't sit well with him, you know what I mean? After we
ended up seeing him a few years later at a show in Des Moines, and then he came out and he was like, I was pissed off, but he goes, you guys made the right move. I don't know if his label even got off the ground. I don't remember exactly what happened, but he did say that he was pissed, which kind of sucks, Now,
Jeremy, do you do all your own recordings, or do you also cooperate with work with a recording studio?
This is my recording studio. I recorded.
So you're the engineer and producer.
Yeah, so I recorded that whole Carry On record with a 6-string acoustic, 12-string acoustic, two microphones, a bass guitar, and that's it.
Wow, that's amazing. You're running Cubase, aren't you?
Yeah.
I run Pro Tools over here, and I've done a few recordings. A lot of my early '80s recordings were in professional recording studios, but in the new time, the digital era that we're in today, we record at home. Yeah. And I have Pro Tools, which I love. It's probably more than I need.
I got Pro Tools, but I don't have Jeremy.
It does take a little talent. You can have the right DAW, but you need the talent to go into the DAW, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's taken me a long time, and I think I'm just now starting to figure it all out. It's just crazy because my recordings, I think now are starting to sound like I want them to. I recorded the second Depswa record, and it just wasn't pleasing to me, and it didn't do the songs justice. I was kind of disappointed. But it took years to do that.
Sure.
I was like, shit, so it was just a lot of work, a lot of trial and error, but I never stopped. That was my thing. So.
Well, you know what, Jeremy, I want to take some calls. I think there's some people out there that might want to call in. If you're watching this show, you can use your phone and call in. I got one U.S. number that I put up. And call in, talk to Jeremy, ask him some questions, and Dan. And you can even ask me a few questions. I don't know if you want to talk to me or not. The number is 669-444-9171. That's 1-669-444-9171. And your secret code to get in is 702-927-2226. That's 702-927-2226. And call in. we really love the call-ins because they're so much fun.
Yeah.
We get a new voice on the podcast, and again, welcome to the Dean Von Music podcast show, featuring Jeremy Penick, who has done a ton. Now, I did say in the commercial that you had this voice of Aladdin, but I
No,
think
not me.
that might not have been accurate. So
No.
tell me, where did that come from in your bio, and just explain.
So, in the first Depswa record, Two Angels in a Dream, we were in recording, and I decided to work with Brad Kane, who was the voice of Aladdin.
Okay.
And he was a songwriter, and he had all kinds of songs. So he was, and we worked together, and we finished
Sure.
a song called This Time. And then, yeah, it was like, we kept in touch, and like I helped him out on a song that he wrote, and then we did all the pre-production at my house, and I helped him because I'm really good with harmonies, so I started helping him with all these harmonies, getting them all dialed in, and that song ended up going with Spineshank, and then Spineshank became Grammy nominated for that song.
Well, so it was a Grammy nomination.
Yeah.
Spineshank. Tell me a little bit more about Spineshank. When did that band get started? What year?
Dan will know better. He didn't you play with those guys, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I used to play in an early incarnation of that band. When I first, they were my first band I played with when I moved to LA.
Okay.
And they were called Bass Enigma. It was the drummer and singer, Johnny, and yeah, I think they got signed in a year before us, like maybe 2000, or I don't know. They did Ozfest the year before we did it.
Yeah.
But
so tell me about Ozfest. What was that like?
Oh,
nuts.
debauchery.
Dude, it was summer camp for degenerates, but
how did you guys get involved with Ozfest? I want to know, because I put that in my commercial.
We were sponsored by Trojan.
Trojan? Are you serious?
No.
They were probably on your label, right?
So
Trojan horse, man.
Sharon and Ozzy, Sharon and Jack, and I think Kelly came.
Kelly was there too.
Did a showcase for him,
and
they wanted to sign us to her label.
Okay.
But I guess I don't know. I guess Geffen kind of priced them out of the bidding area. But they did like the band. They supported us, and so they offered us a spot on Ozfest, and obviously you got to take that. So
you got to do that. Yeah. Did you guys actually perform live there?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were on the second stage.
We're on rotation.
Wow. How many people? How many people were at that show, Jeremy?
I don't know. 30,000.
Well, I mean, so Ozfest was a full-fledged tour. I don't remember how many dates we did, but
right.
When we played like the premium spot, it was like side stage. I think it was like usually like 4 p.m. whatever. It was like right before the headlining side stage.
Did you guys get to meet?
I think we played LA, and I think they said there was like 25,000 people or something. I don't know.
That's about right. 25,000, 30,000 people.
Yeah.
Pretty damn good for a side stage.
Yeah.
Nobody knows us band.
But at the time, like that tour, we were on tour with Motogrator, which now, so Ivan, the singer for Five Finger Death Punch, was the singer for Motogrator, and we became really good friends during Ozfest there. And he went on.
Guys.
Now
Love
look at him.
Guys.
Yeah, he's huge now.
Now, were they big at that? Were they big at that time or no? They weren't that big.
No.
Motogrator was starting to pick up steam.
Yeah. Yeah, they had an instrument that they called the Motogrator. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I have a funny story about Ivan from Motogrator. I don't remember where we were, but I got off my bus. It was kind of early in the morning, and like there was a wheat field or something out there, and Ivan was like doing tai chi in the middle of this wheat field.
Tai chi.
Damn! Look, it's Jane Fonda out there. he got pissed, but. We're
hey, good. Jeremy, we got a video. Awesome. I want to play this video. You sent me a few of them.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference?
For videos, I don't know. Play Heartbreaker.
You want me to play Heartbreaker?
Yeah, and they're all literally what I did is I created AI images and then I animated those images and tried to go as best I could kind of with the music, just so I have some kind of visual to go with the music, so that I'm not just displaying, the songs with just a title. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Some of it came out okay, but I'm not really an expert in that kind of stuff. But I
don't know if I have Heartbreaker on my screen.
On the videos.
I have. Hang on, let me look. Intro. I have. I have Carry On, Demons, and Truth.
Carry On's cool. I love that song. That for me, that's why I named the whole EP Carry On. It's a song about perseverance. It's a song about women's strength, and I know it was inspired by some really strong women.
Where the clear water flows, there lives a woman with 3 kids in tow, and her man was a miner and as tough as the cold. They buried him one summer day, and with a warrior spirit she moves along, providing what's needed and protecting their home. The days seem to get longer, the nights get so cold, but through it all she carries on. Carry on, mountain mama, singing your song through the night. You belong to the melodies and all of the stars in the sky. And every step you take, you rise above it, like the sun at the break of the day. Carry on, mountain mama, and live your life your way. They may say you can't do it, but you know that ain't true, because you feel that fire inside. As she never complains about the hardships and pain, 'cause it's nothing that she hasn't gone through. And she finds comfort in the mountains and peace by the streams. And in the moonlight you can hear her violin play, and the children laugh and sing. So carry on, mountain mama, singing your song through the night. You belong to the melodies and all of the stars in the sky. And every step you take, you rise above it, like the sun at the break of the day. Carry on, mountain mama, and live your life your way. Throughout the wild winds, the struggles, the snow and the rain, like a rock that just cannot be moved, stands a woman unyielding that's been through it all, with nothing that's left here to prove. She's a testament for the strength of a woman, a testament for what you can be, a testament to show the lengths you could go to make sure your family is free. So carry on, mountain mama, singing your song through the night. You belong to the melody day. Carry on, mountain mama, and live your life your way.
That song sounded great, man.
Yeah, there's a lady, one of my accounts,
Yeah.
and her husband's Bill, he had a stroke, and I would see him every week, obviously, because I go there and I clean their pool, and I don't know how many years I've been doing their pool, but this lady, like even after the stroke, like the whole family's trying to get her to pull the plug on him.
Oh man.
And she's telling me this, and she's like, Jeremy, she's I will not let him take that. And so I told him, you bring him home with me. And so he came home with her, and she did everything hand and foot for him. And when everybody else wanted to just let him die.
Oh man, that's so sad.
But unfortunately, this year he passed away, and it even months after his passing, I like every time I'd see her and try to talk to her,
Right.
she just emotionally breaks down. And like I saw her this morning, just sitting at like 5:30 a.m. in her front room, just by herself. And it's like, like, wow. And, she was just she was one of those women that I thought of, because she was like, no matter what I got to do, I am, not letting them kill him. And, and that was just a huge amount of love and dedication to each other.
You seem like a real caring person.
Yeah.
Basically.
I think we need more of that in the world.
Well, we need a lot more of that in the world.
Yeah.
The world is very fake right now. It's very artificial what's going on, and taking advantage of the U.S. citizens in this country is very shameful. What our government's doing to us now, and we need a change. We need a big change. In your song that I played earlier, the one I played for my commercial, you talk about a change.
Yeah, the truth.
The truth, right. I really like that song, and that's why I picked it, because it was so not only poignant, but commercial and sounded great. You did a great job on that song.
That song kind of that was, because some songs you got to work at. That one just kind of vomited out because of all the frustration,
I like the way you said that, vomited out. And lately I've been looking for songs to, I'm a songwriter.
Yeah.
I haven't really told you much about me, but I'm a songwriter. I play every instrument.
Awesome.
I play the drums, I play bass, guitar, and I'm a really good keyboardist.
Heck yeah.
If you ever need me on a recording, let me know. But I'm in my studio.
Always.
I'm in my studio. But I was a little reluctant to do my own recordings. And that's why I'm real impressed by what you've done so far with what you're doing.
It's been a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, and I don't know if people understand what goes into a recording, even if it's just you in the studio. It could
sometimes take hundreds of hours.
At least hundreds of hours.
Yeah.
And that brings me to question number 49. So how long does it take you to produce, engineer a song and get it out from beginning to end? And give me a realistic pattern.
I started Boney and Jelly probably 3 to 4 weeks ago, and I just finished it. But
that's pretty fast. That's pretty fast.
And I work, so, but I don't work every single day. So but I have to have the energy. So when I have the energy, then I can work, and then I do music, because that's my soul. Like, I mean, that's why we're here, because that's all I want to do. I'm hoping that there's something out there where I can maybe eventually quit my job and play live.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of semi-retired. I've worked my entire life. I probably got a few years on you, but I've been in the music business for 45 years. 1979, I recorded my first record. I was on KLOS radio. I had a hit single. I wrote 2 songs on a single called Nevermind and Midnight Fairy Tales. And those songs were played in rotation. I wrote Nevermind and Midnight Fairy Tales. It wasn't my first single. It was my second single. And then I did another album with Timmy Gaines from Stryper was Timothy was my bass player.
Oh, wow.
I had Tom Hardy, who was the lead singer for Stormer, who played with Van Halen and did a lot of big concerts. Joe Reggiatore, who was in the old band Feather Stitch. He actually wrote the song by Great White called Save Your Love.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So he was my guitar player, and he taught me how to play my 12-string and my 6-string guitars so I could back him up. Yeah. And that was in No Stranger. We were anyway, I don't want to get too much involved. I was in Danger, No Stranger, and I was the lead singer for Aftershock.
Awesome.
Aftershock was another 13. All of my bands were 10 and 13 years. I stuck around. Me and Tommy Lee from Motley Crue went to Royal Oak High School in 1981. And we were the rebels in high school, and Nikki Sixx found him. They went to he took off to Motley Crue, but me and Tom were the only rockers in Royal Oak High School. And then Vince Neil, who was Vince Warden, came to our school and that's when they first met. That would have been about 1979, 1980. But
those were the days.
Those were the days, man. Remember the Capezio shoes and the straight leg Levi's? Remember the babies? Do you remember like John Waite?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember that look, the hair? It wasn't the glam metal look. It was more of a straight leg Levi's, Capezio leather tennis shoes, a nice shirt, and the hair. We kind of went from the heavy metal, the glam, the dark, Black Crowes. We've been through so many changes, but here we are.
Everybody was skinny back then too.
Everyone was. I was skinny. That's right.
I hate skinny people. Besides chicks. Yeah, right. God dang. Now we can go out on stage at 250 pounds and still belt it out and nobody cares.
Yeah.
It's not about what you look like really so much like it was back in the 80s and even 90s. We can go out on stage as long as we sound good, and as long as we're playing good music, right? And we're putting on a great show. And that brings me back. Are you doing any live stuff right now?
And you know what? There's been no need for that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm really just trying to write and record as much as possible. And then whenever something happens, then it makes it apparent that I can do it, for one thing, and then that it's.
Hey, Jeremy, you got a light? You got a light went off over there. You got some light. Your face is graining out on me, bro.
Look at the back of his chair. That's a lot of recording hours, man.
Well, yeah. Show me your recording studio, man.
Either that or a lot of naps.
Hey Dan, what do you got behind you there? Are those gold records? What's going on?
They're not gold.
I wish.
They're kind of like so a lot of Depswa. Like the top left is like passes from tours we did.
Do you have any album covers you can show me?
That map has pins in it of places we played.
Oh, nice, cool.
Like there's a lot of like those on the bottom. There's magazine articles that featured Depswa, and then prized possession is this little
Depswa. Depswa. Who came up with that name, Depswa?
This was our tour bus. Well, painted.
Was that really your tour bus?
This is what we did summer camp in at Ozfest.
How did you get a replica of your tour bus?
I don't
painted
know.
it that way.
I'm an idiot. This is like late at. I want to look on Amazon for a tour bus.
How long were you guys on tour? How long did you tour for?
We toured for about 4. Well, I mean, we did a lot of playing before we got signed. Like we had this baby blue van that we used to drive around in
Up and down California, Arizona.
Oh yeah.
But when we signed our record deal in 2001 to Geffen.
Okay.
We did a lot of touring in a van and trailer, and then I think 2003 we did Ozfest in a bus, and we ended up, I think it was like 2004 we left Geffen, and we still played for 6 years after that, 7 years after that. So I mean, we've done a lot of touring.
Who else plays with you guys? I got two of you on the screen, but who else do you play with on a regular basis?
Ryan was the bass player.
Where's Ryan at tonight? How come he didn't join us?
Ryan is in
Denver,
Colorado.
He's in Colorado?
Yeah, he does like he owns
Pictures.
a photography company, a grip company, or something like that.
Yep.
Gordon actually, a lot of people probably know Gordon. Gordon was our drummer.
He played with Power Man after us.
Played with Power Man 5000 for a while.
Here? Yeah. I just had a question. I was looking at the chat thread. Somebody was asking about your swords that are behind you. Can you give me the story on the sword?
Which one's the best one to kill people with?
Can you give me the story? Are you a samurai, Jeremy?
Maybe in a previous life. I don't know why.
Would you
I
come
love
back
swords.
as a samurai?
They have so much character.
You know what? I love swords. I love swords. I just haven't. I try to collect them. I go to these Renaissance fairs. I'll buy a couple swords. I'm like, I'm just not that into it. But tell me a little bit about your collection.
I just like because there's like from every place in the world, they're all different swords.
Oh,
you know what
okay.
I mean? Different
Okay.
time periods. And,
Okay.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's always been like I love them.
Give me one time period. Your favorite.
Well.
Like medieval or whatever.
Yeah, I like this guy right here.
Give me some. Give me some
collect
insight.
guns.
Oh, so do I. So do I, Dan. I got lots of guns. I won't disclose that. Look, he's breaking them out now.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, I can see you. I see you at the Renaissance Fair,
These
man.
things.
Look at those
Now,
badass.
This one's kind of a, it's for show, This one's more of like a real sword.
That'll go through a body, no problem. It looks sharp. I see you at the Renaissance Fair. Do you do any costume, any Renaissance fairs, Jeremy? You ever get involved with, putting on the outfit? Now, me and my
Spanish swords. I got Chinese swords. I got there's a Spain sword right here. This is old, actually.
So you got some okay, go ahead. We got all night. We got all night.
He's locked in on the swords.
I know I got them.
This is actually really old.
Wow. Is that an original or what do you call that? Is a man who makes it?
I don't know what I've looked up the names, but I forget them.
But they're mostly replicas, correct?
Yeah.
Replicas of an early age.
It was real.
If you had the real one, you'd be a millionaire.
replicas
You'd be a
because
millionaire.
Real swords cost so much money. Like real swords, like a real samurai sword,
Right.
thousands.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
How'd you get involved? How'd you get involved with swords? How old were you when you started messing around, playing around with the knives?
I don't know. I've always liked knives.
Knives led to swords,
Yeah.
right?
I
Hey,
think
pot
that's a
leads to drinking. Drinking leads to heroin. Right?
prerequisite. Yeah.
don't tell chicks that you like knives.
I love knives. I got a few.
Yeah.
I do like my guns though.
My little brother, he was into knives a lot, and he got killed when he was 27. But he was a knife. He was like aspiring to be a knife maker. So he had a bunch of knives that he'd made himself.
What about you, Dan? You got any crazy hobbies over there?
Not really.
Gambling. No.
I like to play poker. I play poker.
You're in Arizona. You got any casinos down there?
Yeah, I got some great casinos.
We should get together.
I play a lot of
You're
poker.
just down the street. I go to Arizona all the time.
Yeah, man, come hang out.
I will.
I got a talking stick. Talking stick's my favorite poker room ever. But
talking stick.
They're a little better players than Vegas, though. I mean, Vegas definitely is
the shit
where I want to go if I want to make money. Get the tourists,
Hey, everyone, call into the show. I don't have any calls, and that seems to be a routine lately. Nobody wants to call in. I think they don't want to be on. They don't want their voice on the air. You're only in 105 countries. It's not a big deal.
Or it's because everyone knows everything about Jeremy and me.
But come on, I want to hear it again. Call into the show, even if you've already know everything about Jeremy. The phone number is 1-669-444-9171. And the secret code to get in is 702-927-2226. And that's the secret code, 702-927-2226. And I only put up one number tonight. We have Argentina, I've got Austria, I've got Australia, Canada. But if you can call the U.S. number, country code is 1-669-444-9171. And that's in the United States.
And you win a free pack of used guitar strings.
I'll tell you what I will do. If you call into the show right now, I will send you, and I know my wife's going to kick my ass. I make a coffee mug for every show. And if you saw the graphics that I made for you, I make two of them. I make one square one for Spotify, which is really cool. And that's the one I put on the coffee mug. And I put it on both sides. So if you're left-handed, you get Jeremy, and if you're right-handed, you get Jeremy again. And I make a really nice coffee mug for I have 46 coffee mugs right behind me.
Oh wow.
46. Your number. Oh no, I'm sorry. 45. You're number 46.
40.
So you're number
I have 45
46.
Jeremy coffee mugs too.
If you call into the show right now, and you better call in the next 10 minutes, I will mail you a free Jeremy Penick coffee mug.
Oh shit.
And those are not cheap. They're glazed, they're beautiful, and they like I said, every one of my coffee mugs are glazed. You put them in the dishwasher, they come out anyway, and you're going to get a really nice coffee mug if you call in right now to 669-444-9171. Secret code 702-927-2226. Call into the show. You get a free coffee mug. And I'm not really bribing you. I just, I get a coffee mug every time I do a show. And I wish I could show it to you, but it's behind my green screen back here.
Jeremy's friends might need beer mugs, not coffee mugs.
I'll tell you what, I'll convert that to a beer mug.
You can do it, whatever.
I do T-shirts, I do everything. And I do them as a commemorative thing, for each one of my guests. And if I was rich, I would just send everybody. But I just did Carlos Cavazo from Quiet Riot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
that was my favorite band in fifth or sixth grade.
Feel the noise.
I have a really cool
boys.
I have a really cool Carlo Cavazo story.
Uh-oh.
When I moved
somebody bit.
When I moved to LA, or I didn't even move to LA. I was just going out to look for bands and hand flyers. On the news, Carlos Cavazo was sitting on the news with an ice pack on his face, and there was like a home invasion robbery, and someone stole like his guitars. I go, fuck, I don't know if I want to move to LA now.
Oh no!
True story. I was like, damn, this place is crazy.
Yeah,
I gotta call. Wait, guys! I gotta call into the show. I had 2 call-ins. What happened to the first one? Okay. God darn it!
They were gonna tell the Carlos Cavazo story.
No, I had a call-in, and then another call-in came in, knocked out the first call-in. Let me see if I can get them all. Oh boy! All right, guys, I'm gonna bring this caller in. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no, who is it?
Who did?
It's your mom, Jeremy.
Who do we got on the Dean Vaughn Music Podcast show?
Carlos Cabasso is sitting on
Hey, turn your speaker off.
Whoever that is, please turn your speakers off so I don't hear the background noise. And who am I talking to?
Oh my gosh, I get the Jeremy mug.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Dean, I have to call in.
So
Hi, you guys.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. To be fair, I know who's calling. I'm going to bring this 919. Yes, it is. I'm going to bring in 916. Hold on, honey. Call me back, okay? I'm going to bring in this caller from 916. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, I know who this is.
She'll do anything to
Steve?
save me money.
Dude,
Who do we got on the phone? How many people we got on the
it's
phone?
Lois. It's Lois.
Woo!
I'm in the next room.
Hang on. Lois, I got another caller in. Hang on. Who do we got?
Okay, I'll hang up. Love
Okay.
you guys. Love the show.
Thank you. Love you.
She's watching it in the living room.
Love you too.
Love you both.
Who do we
Come out
got?
to Vegas and see us. You can stay in the caravan.
The
Okay.
caravan.
Stay in our
Okay.
caravan.
You can in Las Vegas, stay on a caravan.
Yeah,
That's Lois.
baby.
She's the one bringing me the beers.
Yes.
Oh,
she is
we
perfect.
already met before the show.
I need
We met
one
in the
of
green
those.
room, remember?
We met in the green room. That's right. Who
Yes,
do we
we
have?
did.
Who do we have? Okay,
All
honey.
right, I'll let you go because there's a million callers that want free mugs.
Yeah, I'm not giving. You're not getting a free mug. I'm giving this to a real caller here.
Worth
Have
12
a good
bucks
show.
next year
Love
for
you
sure.
both.
Okay.
Love you both.
Hang up already. Hang
All right.
up. Okay. Oh, now 916. 916. Are you there?
Yes,
Do you guys recognize the voice? Go ahead.
Dan
Steve?
does.
I know
Steve.
who
What's
this is.
up, dude?
What up?
Steve.
What's up, guys? Long time, no time.
This
Yeah.
number's been disconnected.
I know, right? The restraining order expired in 2015, guys. No,
Is he
what's up,
worthy?
guys?
Is he worthy of a mug, guys?
This guy knows everything about us, so I don't know why he's even calling in.
Yeah.
Well, no, he
You know
wants a
what?
mug. He wants a
Yeah.
mug.
Oh, he's got the
I'll be honest.
he's the unofficial Despwa. What do you call yourself, Steve?
I'm not only a member of the Dep Squad, I am also the president.
Ah, tell us.
No,
ask
I'm-
Jeremy. Hey, do me a favor. Ask Jeremy a question that nobody knows. Something you know that nobody knows.
Oh, who is your favorite martial arts movie star?
Oh, I would say Bruce.
Jeremy.
Bruce.
Oh,
No?
I know it.
Well,
Jeremy
it was
doesn't even know it.
we used to talk about him at the dump. Steven Seagal.
Steven Seagal.
Steven
Aikido man.
Seagal.
Yeah.
Aikido,
He's not
my
my
Remember that,
favorite.
Jeremy?
So
Yeah.
Jeremy, one thing
I
about
know.
Jeremy is when he gets into something, he gets way into it. Like swords, apparently, and Aikido. Jeremy, like, if he's into something, he'll follow through and get there. Like he
Jeremy,
loves
tell me more about Steven Seagal. I've seen him on TV. Is he the
Well,
real deal? Is he the real
yeah.
deal?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
You know, he's the real deal in the Aikido world. And,
Okay.
and you know,
Right.
he was the first white guy to be given the what do you call it? The ability or to start a dojo in Japan. with
Okay.
Aikido. You know, like he was.
Not bad for a
trained-
white guy.
Yeah. But obviously he went into the movies and everything. I studied Aikido a little bit, but I realized that Jiu-Jitsu would kick most of their ass.
Well, back up to the caller. Caller, please identify yourself. How did you meet Dan and Jeremy?
Wait a second,
Give me your
sir.
full name. Give me your name.
So my name is Steve Parks. We have a mutual friend who's also a brother to us. His name is Gilbert.
Okay.
Ew.
And
Little medic.
Gil and I, we share many things. We share a love of movies. We share a love of music. And, of course, he grew up with Dan and Jeremy, you know, back in the day, going to the scene. And fast forward to our friendship, he introduced me to Dan, which then eventually met Jeremy. And was lucky enough to hear their music and get to be a part of what they were doing for a little while. And yeah, it was a fun ride, and I appreciate all of it.
Steve and Gil are the best.
It sounds to me like you know them pretty well.
We've had.
I'm lucky. Yeah, I feel pretty lucky to call them my friends.
Yeah, we played a show
That's
in
awesome.
Despwa. It was like a street festival show. Marshall Tucker
Oh,
band.
X-Fest.
Marshall Tucker band opened before us, and
Nice.
Sir Mix-a-Lot played after us.
Sir
It's kind of weird. And our bass
You
drum
guys
kept
had
scooting
Mix-a-Lot over
forward. Our bass drum kept scooting forward the whole show. So Steve went and sat on the drum riser with a bass drum hitting him in the head the whole time.
Oh my God.
This guy's diehard, man.
Yeah.
Gordon just fed me beers, and I just enjoyed the show, man. But no, I'm going to be honest. Just one of the main reasons I wanted to call in is I don't get to talk to Jeremy very much, or
But he
Dan really
does.
for that matter. We touch base every once in a while, but getting to be a part of what they were doing inspired me to get back into playing music, and I'm back on the stage playing because of them.
What do you play,
Yeah,
Steve?
what-
Steve, what do you do?
I'm a bass player. I like to say I'm Steve Harris if he had a stroke.
That's funny.
Steve, plug your
but
band,
no.
man. You guys are doing some shit. It's good.
Yeah,
Still
we're our
the
band's
Wooden
called
Nickels?
Wendell and the Puppets.
Oh.
Yeah, the Wooden Nickel Band is actually my first band that I played after. But my current project's called Wendell and the Puppets. We're kind of like an '80s metal band vibe.
What is
Okay.
it again? What's it
We
called?
play originals.
What's the name of the
Wendell and
band?
the Puppets.
Wendell and the Puppets.
Wendell and the Puppets.
That's correct.
They're good.
Now, I'm the second bass player. I had nothing to do with the naming of the band, so don't go into any history there. I can tell you more about how Depswa got their name than our band. But anyway, so we're just having fun, man. We're playing originals, and we've been playing some great shows with some friends of theirs back in the day, Judd Wheeler, and
Oh, nice.
just to name a few, Joe Frolov, guys like that, local guys here in Sacramento.
That's cool. So
Yeah,
you're in Sacramento. You're in Sacramento as well.
Yeah, I'm from Dan's hometown here, and we're lucky to be playing music where we're able to play. They don't have a lot of local gigs anymore here, but yeah, man, it's been a fun ride, and because of what I got to be a part of, being their pseudo roadie, I guess you could say, I took every advantage I could to go see him play, and I'm glad I did.
That's pretty awesome. You sound like good friends, and you sound very loyal to the band.
Hey,
Steve,
man, I'll say
We don't
this
really
real
like
quick.
Steve that much.
you don't like them that much?
I'm kidding.
No, that's why I'm calling into the radio show. They're forced to talk to me right now.
This
know,
is
Steve,
the guy again. Hammer.
Hey, Steve,
I
you
know,
know,
right?
Steve, you know what you are.
What's that?
You know what you are. You are bad to the bone.
Bad. All I see is Arnold Schwarzenegger putting his sunglasses on right now.
I want to thank you, Steve, for calling into the show. Do me a favor and send me your address so I can send you that free coffee mug.
Wait, hold on, Steve. You gotta ask Jeremy a
that's
question.
awesome, dude.
Do you want to ask
Ask
Jeremy a
Jeremy.
question? Go ahead.
Unique question.
Do I want to ask Jeremy a question?
Yes, you have to.
Okay, so when are we going to do lunch, man? I owe you a sandwich.
Oh, you don't know me nothing. I don't know. Whenever
Oh, you a
hey,
fucking sandwich.
I'm
Yeah,
a lot
man.
more free, a
No,
lot
there
more
were some
free
great
than I used to be.
sandwiches.
Nobody eats
There were
carbs
some great
anymore.
sandwiches that Jeremy introduced me to in LA that I still think about. I don't know what the name of that place was, but it was a damn good sandwich.
I have no
Like
idea.
you, me, and MK went.
MK. Oh yeah, he's a big crypto influencer now. He's on YouTube.
Oh, good for him. I know he, back in the day, Hire was the cool thing you were working on for him.
Yeah, I produced some music for him, and I listened back to it, and I'm like, damn, those are pretty cool songs.
Right, dude. MK, I saw what you saw in him, man. He was ahead of his time.
Are you into crypto? Are you into crypto?
Yeah,
I have no idea what that is.
I am.
Good.
I got
Is
into
that
it.
a cartoon? Is that a cartoon? Anyway.
Yeah, I learned all about it. I studied it hard.
I don't want to get in. I don't want to get into it.
There's another one of Jeremy's.
Yeah.
Can
Jeremy
Steve-
has a
Steve-
wealth
send
of
me some
knowledge in
Bitcoin?
every area.
Steve, do you have any embarrassing questions for Jeremy? Real embarrassing ones that nobody knows about?
You know what? The only embarrassing thing that I can say was my fault. I think they were playing the Whiskey A Go-Go. I think what was it, Godhead or something like that? The band that played like...
Godhead, yeah.
Was it Godhead? Anyway, it was that show. And Jeremy popped a string on his guitar, and there was no one around to hand him a replacement. He finally got one, but I was standing up on the second deck with, I think it was Chris Lim. And we were, I was like, oh shit, dude, I totally fucked up and didn't bring him his guitar. So anyway, that's an embarrassing thing I felt bad for him for because it was in the middle of a show. Anyway, that never happened again.
So that's the best you can do with the embarrassing?
You know what?
The hard part is firing a guy that you don't pay, you know?
What happens in the van stays in the van. That's
what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh,
right?
God.
That's funny.
You know it.
I want to thank you, Steve, for calling into the show tonight. I want to get on with some real serious questions here.
Good here.
Yeah, man. Handle your business.
Love you,
Much
man.
love you guys. Love you guys.
Steve, send me an email to Dean, DEAN, at deanvaughnmusic.com. Send me
you
your
got it, man. Thank you. Megan sends her love as well. She loves you guys.
Tell Megan we love
he
her.
let his daughter get a Despwa tattoo, which I feel Steve should not have done that.
Hey, I had no control over it.
Good night, Steve. Thank you. All right. What a great guy. What a great guy.
Oh, he is. He's stellar. There's not too many good people like him. He's just he's good through and through.
He's a through and through. I only have a handful of those guys left in my life.
Yeah. I literally where I live, I don't trust nobody. I work, I come home, and I try to make music because I don't know. I just can't connect with anybody out here.
Jeremy, you got another video I have on my radar. Is there one you would like to play? And I'll give you the name. Hold on, let me find it. Let me find that sucker. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. So we had Demons.
Yeah. And
we had The Truth. And we did Carry On, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you do, Demons or Truth?
Well, we played Demons already, so
so Carry On and Truth we didn't play.
We played Carry On already.
We played the video?
We played Carry On video, yeah.
And we did the Demons video?
We didn't do Demons video, no.
I'm talking about videos now, not music.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Can we play it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Innocence is lost to the lie the walls are covered, meant to hide the truth of how you fell for another. And I could see reflections of a fire in your eyes that you claim were just illusions that I'd made in my mind. Now, broken is the will to stay that I try to hide. Refusing to neglect I don't need to know what your battles were for. I found all the peace that I lost in my heart, and I'm feeling myself once again. And I never believed all the stories you told, and the reasons you kept all the secrets you hold. The damage is done and the truth will unfold and show all of the demons you keep close to you, close to you.
That song is bitchin', guys. I love that.
I like that song. That was, you know, I just come out of a long-term relationship, and I had a
Hold
lot
on,
of-
Jeremy.
Yeah.
You know what that song was?
Bio.
Okay,
now
you can tell me. Go ahead.
Bio.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
No
I
worries.
had to do it. So tell me your story.
No, just a lot of pent up energy, and that's where you know, like that song, I was able to, you know, just it's the way that I can express, you know, as me drinking doesn't do too well. I say things that I know I wouldn't say. I do things that I wouldn't do. I mean, yeah. So.
Tell me, Jeremy. Let's back up. How long have you been playing guitar, and why was that your instrument of choice?
I just love the shredding.
Okay, so you really got into the shredding. So
Yeah.
you're kind of you're not just strumming an acoustic guitar. You're a serious guitar player.
I kind of thought, but man, the guitar players now, holy folks, like that Charlie Robbins guy.
Well, let's not compare yourself to other guitar players.
Yeah,
Let's talk about you. Do you feel that you're at your peak? Do you want to become a better guitar player, or are you kind of right where you want to be?
You know what? I'm a songwriter, and I'm
Okay.
I'm trying to come into my own as a producer. You know,
Gotcha.
so I'm trying to produce emotional music.
So it's not all about just playing the guitar. You're doing a lot.
No. Yeah, I mean, I've come to, I guess, kind of fall in love with the whole song. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Just guitar player.
I completely relate to what you're saying because I'm a guitar player. I'm not a shredder, but I'm a songwriter. And I play all of the instruments. But people ask me, you know, how long you been playing this or that. I call them tools to help me write songs.
Yep.
Whether I play the bass guitar, I play the guitar, I play piano, I play drums, I play some wind instruments, not a lot, and my keys kind of do everything for me. But they're tools of the trade, kind of, right? You need a hammer to build.
Jeremy
a wall.
doesn't need to be a better guitar player. He's got all the tools. It's just writing the right song, man. And
No,
he's not.
okay.
You know, the good thing is, and I think our producer kind of, that when we did our first album, kind of showed us it's not about shredding or writing the craziest thing. Make the right song, the right parts that go together. Structure is like the huge thing.
Yeah.
You know, and Jeremy is not afraid to take out a crazy, you know, shredding part that he's gonna show off on, to take it out to make the song better. And
For sure.
he does it. He does. I mean,
I got you.
evident, you know?
You know, during my commercial, Jeremy, I was talking about you winning a heavy metal award. I don't know if you caught it or not. You want to clarify? Because I was kind of, you know, embellishing. You were the number one heavy metal guitar player. Like, you're the best heavy metal guitar player in the world, or something like that. But did you hear the commercial? Did you hear my commercial?
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it? Oh my God! I made you sound like you were like the number one.
Just because I let him play that part.
You were the
really mean.
You were the voice of Aladdin. You won a
God.
heavy metal. You won a heavy metal award or something like that. It was in your bio. It was in your anyway. Tell me some of the highlights of your career and what people may recognize about you, and where are you going next? What are you doing?
Well, I hope that I can go on the road someday, but there has to be a demand for it. So that's hopefully things like this will get people to recognize the music a little bit. I mean, for me, that's where I want to go on. I don't want to sit here. I want to be on the road. My kids are grown. My kids, they're grown, and I'm alone. I don't, no girls in my life, which
man.
That won't be.
Well,
no more
long.
titles. Oh no more girls.
Wait till they hear the new song.
No.
What?
No girls.
No girls. No girls.
I literally, maybe on the weekends, but they can't come home. I don't know. I just, man, I can't afford to at this time of my life. You know what? I never gave up, and that's the thing, and I won't give up. And I never listened to my parents when they tell me, "Oh, you just need to get a real job," because I was always.
How many times have I heard that?
Yeah, all my life, because there's no musicians or nobody like that in my family, so they couldn't even understand where I was coming from. I was just a loser. But
isn't
and
it
I'm
funny?
still a loser to most of them.
Yeah, even if we had listened to our parents early on, and my mom was a professional singer. She was June Vaughn. She was on the Lawrence Welk show, and
wow.
I got birthday cards from the piano player from the Lawrence Welk show, Bobby. What was his name? Anyway, I wasn't born yet, and she was singing. And then when I was born, she decided to retire from music, but she was June Vaughn. She was the sound of June Vaughn, and she covered for Kate Smith. So she was in the big time Las Vegas. Isn't it funny how I ended up in Las Vegas?
So you had it in your blood the whole time.
It's been when I was a baby. She said I used to crawl into the bass drum. When she'd be playing a nightclub, she was like big band,
Yeah.
and she said I would crawl because they had the pillow.
Yeah.
The pillow and the blanket in there. I said, "There's my bed," and I ended up being a drummer at 3 years old.
Wow.
And my mom was a big time. She had albums, and boy,
That's amazing.
yeah. And
I feel like Jeremy has some music in his lineage, I'm sure, because he is.
Have you ever looked up your family line?
Well, I never knew who my DNA father was.
Yeah.
And I just recently found
What if it's Don Henley?
a sister. Yeah.
Don Henley.
I went to the what's his name? Timothy from the Eagles.
Yeah.
I went to his house.
Timothy B. Smith.
Yeah, I
What
went to his house.
What a great bass player.
I tried telling him, I'm like, I've loved you for all my life, and he's like, oh yeah, cool. Can you put the equipment over there?
Timothy B, man. Timothy B.
I go to shake his hands, and he gives me a $20 bill.
Yeah, not 100.
No, I wish. Yeah.
Cheapskate.
You know who did give me the biggest tip? Because when I first moved to LA with Dan, we worked as pizza delivery, and it was right when South Park was just starting to blow up, and I delivered. I delivered to the Trey and the two guys that did South Park. I brought 2 pizzas, and they gave me a $75 tip.
Damn.
Yeah, that was back in the day. That was the shit.
Yeah, it was. I was stoked.
That was half our rent.
Yeah. Those were some of the best days of my life because we didn't have shit, but you know what? We had the band, and we were doing something that felt new. We felt something that was really cool. And, every morning we would go surf at PCH and Sunset.
No way. That was my hot spot, man. I used to kneeboard down there and do a little bit of surfing.
Oh, yeah. We would be there at like 5 a.m. sometimes, and then after work we'd go back.
I wasn't there.
It was me and Ryan.
Sleeping.
Me and Ryan did.
You got to know how to surf, Dan.
I didn't like to get hit by waves. That shit sucks. These guys were diehard, man. It was awesome. But they were also new to LA. Like I was like old school. I was there like a year before,
Yeah, actually, the first day that so he invited me to LA before I convinced we need to go where Dan's at.
Right.
And the first night that I get there off the train, we go to the Coconut Teaser for Dino Cazares's birthday.
Ah, okay.
From Fear Factory.
Yeah.
And we end up, I was just blown away. And then I'm doing cocaine with Dave Lombardo from Slayer.
Nice.
Is the statute of limitations off on that one? Or?
Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, I was hanging out with I was like, all right, this is as close as I've ever been to like a real, people who are like real stars. I'm like, I'm sold. Let's do this.
We could tell stories all night long.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I could talk about the rainbow down on Sunset.
Oh, Jeremy did not know the rainbow.
No, I hung out with Eddie Van Halen, at Whistle, bass player of The Who, Bill Gazzari. Bill Gazzari was my best friend because I played at his club.
And Gazzari's, I remember the Gazzari club. Remember, was it Ricky Rocket or whatever? What was his name?
Ricky Rackman.
Ricky Rackman.
Yeah, he was doing the metal show.
Oh, that fucking guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played there a bunch when it was Key Club.
Key Club. Fucking Key Club. What the hell happened? What happened to that?
Our favorite place was the Troubadour. That was
Troubadour was fun.
Oh, I love that place.
Do you remember Wasp, the band Wasp?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Blackie Lawless.
Chris Holmes, the guitar player, he was a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Me and Chris were rolling around on the front yard of this backyard party. He was a party animal.
Oh, I know.
He was like 8 feet tall, and I'm like 4 feet tall. So we're rolling around on the grass, and me and Chris Holmes used to have a lot of fun. But let me tell you a story. My guitar player for Danger, I was the lead singer for Danger. Yeah. He was the roadie for Chris Holmes.
Oh, wow.
And Chris would come to our rehearsals and watch us play. And then he decided to date Lita Ford. So who does he bring to the rehearsal room one night? Lita Ford. Oh,
damn.
Yeah, so Lita walks in, and we're having a party. It's like New Year's Eve. And Lita walks up, and me and her sing Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin.
Oh, so cool.
And she's fucking wasted, and we're having a blast.
Wow.
And Chris Holmes is over in the corner of the studio. We're in this barn. Imagine Pasadena, Orange Grove, California and Orange Grove. We're in this barn, right? In one of these big mansions. We're in a barn in the back. And the drum riser is like up here. And we did recordings in the barn where the amps were up in the hayloft. It was really cool. So anyway, I'm singing with Lita, and Chris is in the corner of the room, and he's watching us play. And I used to swing like Roger Daltrey. I used to swing the mic like this.
Yeah, the sound guys love that.
And I hit Lita in the head.
Oh, damn.
Dude, and the mic started, and Chris gets pissed off at me. He goes, "What the fuck? You just hit my wife in the..." He married Lita Ford.
Did he really?
You just hit my wife in the head with a freaking micro. And I'm laughing, I'm wasted, I'm having a blast. I go, "Dude, she's fine."
Yeah. It's rock and roll, bro.
It's rock and roll. You came up on my stage.
Yeah.
And that's my claim to fame.
Yeah.
That's my encounter with Lita.
Most Hollywood women got hit in the head with worse things.
She was a lot of fun. Lita Ford is a phenomenal guitar player, artist, singer.
Amazing.
The Runaways. Let's go back to Joan Jett and the Runaways. Come on. Lita Ford is a wonderful person, and I am good friends with Stet Howland, who is also good friends with Lita Ford. And she comes out to Florida and plays at his club as well. and Stet's with Carlos Cavazo with Freak Show. If you guys saw my interview with Carlos, Stet Howland, Ronnie Borchert, and Greg Chason, you know who that is? Do you remember Badlands?
Oh yeah, dude. He was a bass player or drummer?
He was the bass player.
Yeah. Yep.
Greg,
Badlands was so good.
Well, me and Greg chat all the time on like Facebook, and he's a.
Remember Badlands, Jeremy?
You know, I
Badlands?
don't.
Jakey Lee.
Jakey Lee.
Yeah.
Jakey Lee.
Jake.
Yeah.
That dude was a badass.
Go look them up. They have some great songs. I used to love like Black Sabbath and Rainbow and the really good singers.
Yeah.
And go back and listen. They have a new album out, by the way. I won't promote it for him unless he pays me. But he has a brand new album out.
Awesome.
What band?
I don't know.
Yeah,
He's got to pay me if I'm going to give you the band. So look up Greg Chason. You'll find him. He's got a new album out, and that thing. It's anyway. He's selling it like crazy right now. He said
awesome.
sold 200 records like last week. Anyway, I don't want to talk about him anymore.
I wish I could sell 200 records.
I wish I could sell 200.
Yeah, right.
It's hard enough making a coffee mug.
You know, this day and age, it seems like you gotta friggin' jump up and down and act like a friggin' circus elephant to, like on TikTok, to like.
You gotta stick out. You gotta stick out like a sore thumb, and I don't mean that in a bad way. But when you're because it's so saturated and everybody can reach a high point, right? And who has the most money or who has the most time, you can be the greatest artist in the world and still never be recognized or heard.
Yeah.
But we do have the opportunity because we're on the internet. We can reach millions of people like this podcast. I guarantee you over 1 million people will see it.
Awesome.
In 105 countries. Now, they might see it. They may not click in and say hi or, I like it. But it will be my impressions are way up there. Awesome. They're in the hundreds of thousands. People.
I appreciate you bringing this on. That's awesome. It's an opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you for joining me.
And if there's anything that I can do, I'm sure Dan feel the same. Maybe you guys will get together and play some cards or whatever.
Dan, you come out to Vegas?
Poker? If not, come play with me.
Dan, come out. I need some help. I need some help in the poker game.
He's good.
But I am going to head towards wrapping up. We did a couple. Unless you guys want to play another song or another video, I'm going to head towards wrapping up, and I am going to be putting the links to find Jeremy Penick all over the internet so you can get his songs. And where do you want people to go to find your music? And are you getting paid back for that? Does the money go into your pocket? And where can I
mean, just iTunes, iTunes is like the most direct, I would say, for.
Well, if you had a website, people, they could pay you directly and download it from your website.
I don't have a website. I would love to have a website.
I'll build you one. I'm a website designer.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do all kinds of shit, man.
I do everything, man.
Kill it.
I just don't have any swords. I don't have any swords behind me. But
well, I can bring some to you next time if we get together. That's what I do. If you like,
if you get Jeremy 10 millions in sales, he'll give you a sword collection.
Hell yeah.
You guys are awesome. So I'm going to start wrapping up, guys, and I want to thank you, Dan. Is it Dan Noonan? Is that your last name?
I'm Dan Noonan, yeah.
Dan, were you born at noon? Were you born at noon?
Most likely, or conceived at noon. I don't know.
Where'd you get that name? Where'd you get that name? I've never heard it.
Isn't there a Happy Gilmore?
No, it's a...
Yeah.
No, it's a Caddyshack.
Caddyshack.
There's a Dan Noonan on Caddyshack.
I was like, fuck that guy. He's more famous than me. That sucks.
Jeremy, I'm gonna wrap up right now.
Yeah, totally.
And I got one of your tunes all queued up for the audience, and I want to thank you guys for doing the show tonight. And
dude, you're awesome, man.
Hey, you know what? You guys deserve at least this, a little applause. And You guys are bad. You guys are bad.
What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
All right, you guys. I'm glad
I'm
you guys
not
had.
bad. Jeremy
Did you guys have fun tonight? Anyway, did you have fun with me?
Yeah.
It was awesome,
totally.
man. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Okay. Well,
Always
listen. What's that?
Always good getting together with Dan too. I don't get to see him very often.
Dude, you know what's weird is like I've been like we've been talking on the phone, but we haven't seen each other in a while. So it's like
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys got to see each
I got a
other.
bro boner right now.
A bro boner. I haven't heard that. I don't think I've been ever.
Ever, maybe.
Did I just
love
coin that phrase? I mean, whatever.
a broner?
A bro.
You guys are too much. Okay, I'll see you later, you guys. I've got a little outro video for the audience. I want to thank everyone who watched the show tonight. Thank you for tuning in every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. I'll see you guys later.
I've been seeing the state of the world lately. Things unfolding that I can barely believe. That the people can treat each other this way. Sometimes it's more than